Hey, hello everyone. My name still remains Okpe Oluwa Oni. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please, very, very important. Click that subscribe button to help us a great deal. Okay. So today I'm going to be talking about leverage. I think this is going to be the last part of leverage. Okay. How do you leverage what is going on in the business environment in Nigeria, the inflation, the hyperinflation, the economic situation? How do we leverage it to make money? Please, this is very, very, very important that you listen to this. And one puzzle that we really need to touch on is leverage this opportunity to start business. There are a lot of business conglomerate that has started in time of chaos like this, right? In times of chaos like this. So it's very, 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 very important. And a lot of people have asked this question, it's not in me. I don't know how do I really go about it and all of those things. See, it's in everybody. Everything that you can do, everything you want to do, you can learn. Elon Musk was asked that how did he go about entering into the aeronautic space, into the Neuralink space. He said he read about them. All the things that he's doing right now, he read about them. Yes, you might not have the mind of Elon Musk, but there's quite a number of things that you can do. So I break something down in case you are confused or you are thinking of, okay, how do I really go into business and all of that. There are a lot of problems around us, okay? And there are a number of problems most of us are already seeing, already witnessing, that is around us already, that you are already, these are the things that get you hungry, pissed off. How come they can't just get this thing right? Somebody said that he asks himself this question all the time. How come they can't get a pizza right? And eventually the person started his own pizza business and he took over the market. Okay. So there are basically 6 questions that I want you to really, really consider, especially um, right now, that will help you to really know which area do you need to really go into. Okay. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Basically, how to take over the market in business, you need to ask this question. Number one, what is it that is currently happening right now? What business is currently running in Nigeria right now that I can make faster? So number one question is, how can I make that kind of business faster? Any business that you can make maybe service faster, delivery faster, anything that you can just make faster than it is currently, you are going to take over. It's automatic takeover, because the opportunity are there enormous. Okay, so any business, can I make it easier? Look at which is the number two, making it easier. That's one of the things that a lot of this Kuda, a lot of this PalmPay, a lot of these apps in Nigeria has been able to do in terms of monetary services. GTB came, they killed the old banks, but most of them were not, at some point, things did not become easier. So at some point, things did not become easier. All this Kuda came. I mean, yes, they had their own challenges too, but they just made using banking very, very, very easy. Kuda, Opay, and the rest of them like that. They made things easier. The number three is that, how can I make things cheaper? There's no market that does not respond to cheap things. I mean, let me give a very, very funny example. Um, I was just listening to the CEO of Earpiece. I mean, he shared um, fantastic interview. He was sharing about how they entered the Lagos, the Nigerian London UK route, flying that route, and they entered it, and he was talking about some of the challenges that they've done and all of those things. And because they entered into that route, 7 flights a week. That means they go to London, back from London every single day. 7 flights a week, 6 hours journey, and they crashed the price of business class from 15 million naira to 4 million naira. And they are sold out till September. I mean, I'm doing this video right now on the 2nd of April, and it granted the interview on, I think, on the 1st of April, and they are sold out till I mean, amazing. They are sold out till September, and because they enter into the market, other businesses to side, other airlines started crashing their price, Those that were doing 15 million crashed their price back to 5 million naira. And they were just doing 4 million naira. So they could have crashed the price to 10 million naira, they would have made their money. Okay. But they just said that no, this is, and I mean, this is our whole thing, that it needed to make this thing cheaper. And Nigerians respond to, respond to price at every point in time. It crashed the local flight to 1.2 million naira. The economic flight to 1.2 million naira, and they have just, people will just keep booking and booking and booking and booking and booking, and that's the way it works. Okay, how can I make it cheaper? Then, number 4 is that how can I make it more fun? Especially when you are appealing to the large market, it has to be fun. It is very, very important. That fun part you can't even remove from it. See, you all need to understand that more than 50% of our population currently now are less than 30. In fact, are less than 25. So these are generations that love fun, 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 fun. More than 50% of our population were born after year 2000, and that's the year of fun. They were born into fun, they were born into the digital economy and all of that. So you must make it fun. Then, the last question that you must ask yourself is that how can I make this thing in naira and sell them in dollar? Because remember, one of the things we talked about is that how you mitigate against the devaluation and the floating of naira. So how can I make it in naira and be able to sell it in dollar? That must be at the back of your mind at every point in time. Okay, so these 5 critical questions are very, very important. How can I make it faster? How can I make it easier? How can I make it cheaper? How can I make it more fun? And how can I make it in naira and sell it in dollar? Because you need, in the midst of all these problems, if you don't, I'm talking about not even reinventing the wheel here at all. What is currently in existence? That's what we are not reinventing any wheel. We are not bringing any, no. Whatever it is currently in existence is what you are. You are just improving on them, and you are improving on them by answering these 5 questions. If you can just answer one of these 5 questions, imagine you will take over. Not to now talk of answering 2, if you can make it faster and cheaper, or you can make it faster, cheaper, and fun. What if that can now make it faster, easier, cheaper, and more fun? It's totally a game changer. And one of the things that usually happen in situations like this, talking about the story of airpeace, is that when there are chaos, most of those foreign airlines realize that there's a lot of chaos in Nigeria too, they were reaping Nigerians, en masse. So what that invariably means is that this guy could have sold this thing for 5 million naira, but they were selling it for what? For 15 million naira. So there's always a tendency whereby greed will set in. I've shared this story before, but I'll share it again for the benefit of people that are just probably watching for the first time. There's this man, Dr. Miles Moron of blessed memory, said that he went to Africa for a particular administration, and he was in Ethiopia, and he saw a lot of malnutrition and all of those things. He said the thing grieved his heart. He said his next major administration was going to be in the United States, and there was a particular state he went to in the United States, Ohio or Idaho or something like that. I can't really remember the state, but it's not really one of those popular states in the United States. But he said while they moved from the airport to where to their destination, it was like a 2 hours drive, and more than 2 hours drive. Said 2 hours drive, they were just seeing potato plantation, and it was just like, wow. He was amazed. But all of a sudden, he saw a particular place where they were crushing the potato. And he asked question, why are they crushing this potato? And the driver that picked them up, one of the protocols that picked them up, said the reason why they need to crush this potato is because there's excess production. And if there's excess production like that, if they take it to the market, prices will crash. And it will be too cheap, and they will not be able to make money. So it's better for them to to crush those potatoes and let them rot in and keep the price high, and they maximize their profit. And it was like, just down in Africa, there's a problem of hunger, and you guys are wasting food here just because you want to keep the price low. And he looked at it and said, we do not have the problem of poverty. The problem we have is the problem of greed. And that is one of the big, that's the reason why a lot of people hate capitalism. That's the challenge that we have right now. Sometimes greed is the reason why wealth don't go around. So don't enter into the business with the mindset of greed. Yes, make profit, survive, but do not enter with the mindset of greed. Okay, that's on that note. I'll be here. I'm drawing the curtain here. So my name still remains Okpe Oluwa Oni. So play big so that you can win big.